Are you lifting weights, showing up at the gym, doing all the right stuff, and still not seeing results? I'm Janet McConnell, a fitness educator, healthy longevity advocate, and national bodybuilding champion in my late 60s, and I help people over 50 all the time be able to break past plateaus and get strong for life. And today I'm going to show you 5 common mistakes that hold people over 50 back from seeing real gains and what to do instead. And if you've been feeling stuck lately, stay with me because I'm also going to give you 5 subtle signs that you are making progress, even if it's not showing up quite where you expected. Here's the truth. What worked in your 30s doesn't always work now. Your body has different recovery needs, and the hormone patterns have shifted, muscle fiber responsiveness has changed, and your lifestyle might look totally different too. And that's not a bad thing. It just means you need a strategy reboot, not just more of the grind. Let's clear up the fog and get you back on track with 5 of the biggest training mistakes I see people make over 50 that makes them feel like they're not getting results. Here they are. Number 1, doing the same routine over and over. That same 3 sets of 12 with a 10-pound dumbbell isn't doing much anymore. Your body already saw it coming. It's like that email newsletter that you see and just go, nope, and just skip it all the time, and it just keeps coming and you don't pay attention. It's very similar. The fix? Progressive overload. Gradually increasing the weight or the number of reps or the intensity over time. There's a lot of directions you can try and experiment with. Even small jumps matter. Little inch by inch over time after 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, that can make a big difference in your progress. So try this. Keep a little training log. Even if you're not someone who wants to carry a little book around, you can do it on your phone. Aim to be just 5% better in some way each week. That's real growth. Mistake number 2, prioritizing light weights and high reps for toning. This myth lingers. I don't know what to do to make it stop, but it's like it has its own gravity well and it will not die. So I have nothing left to do but to say it again. Heavy weights are dangerous after 50? Heavy weights will make you bulky? Not true, not true, not true. Safe strength training really builds bone density, protects joints, sparks real gains. And the fix? Challenge yourself with a weight that feels tough by rep 8 or 10. That's how muscle fibers activate. That is literally what it takes for your muscles to open the email and read what you want. Otherwise, delete. So get your muscles' attention. And remember, toning equals building lean muscle plus reducing fat. That means lifting something that actually feels heavier. So I tell my ladies, fat doesn't tone, muscle does. So you want less of one and more of the other. That's how you get it done. Mistake number 3, you know it was coming, not eating enough protein. This one breaks my heart because you can't build muscle if your body doesn't have the materials. It's literally eating the Legos that your body needs to construct the muscle. So the fix, aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein each meal, spaced out throughout the day, not just eggs in the morning and steak at night. And add more protein into your snacks too, because that'll keep you from getting that sugar rush and crash that will make you sleepy. And don't forget post-workout protein. That's another way to get a few more grams in. Your body's primed at that moment to absorb and rebuild. Mistake number 4, placing a low priority on recovery and sleep. After 50, recovery is even more important because it happens less readily. You almost have to make it happen. It's part of progress. It's part of the equation for moving ahead. This is when you actually build your muscle. You don't build your muscle while you're training. You only build it while you're resting, either in a recovery mode or when you're fast asleep. So always prioritize, this is the fix, prioritize 7 or 8 hours of sleep per night. Good sleep and rest days between your heavier sessions when you really push it. And have active recovery, like walking and stretching. That is not putting the load on your muscles, but it's keeping a lot of the circulation going and helping you clear out the noise. There's no shame in nap time. I feel like I could do a whole video on napping. But I know that it might put you to sleep. Sleep is anabolic. Anabolic means sleep helps you grow muscle. That's when your body pulls out the mop bucket and the scaffolding. Let's do the chores. It wants to. So if you keep shortchanging the time that it takes to scrub you down on the inside and build and repair and clean out the chips and the nicks here and there, then you're starting with a half damaged body when you start to work out again. So you're starting from behind instead of from ahead. Mistake number 5, chasing calories burned instead of strength gained. So if your workout feels like cardio with little weights, you're probably not building muscle strength, the kind of sturdy, long-term gains that you're looking for. There's more to it in getting strong than cardiovascular fitness. And I am not telling you to deprioritize cardiovascular fitness because it is important. But you want to make sure that your focus and your intention some of the time is just on building muscle. The fix? Focus on compound movements like squats, presses, rows with good form and controlled tempo, not hurrying through to get your heart rate up. You want strength, not just sweat. Track how your lifts feel, not just how tired you are. Okay, so I promised you at the beginning that I would talk about 5 mistakes I see, and a lot of it is in approach, technique, or mindset. But there's something to be said for you're actually making progress, but you're just like dying to see a sign. Like, it's just not very obvious yet. And I'll tell you, in my memory, when I started to get in shape, people didn't know. I noticed it before other people did. People didn't notice for a while because a lot of times I was relying on external feedback, what other people were reflecting back to me. It was so underwhelming. I was like, I guess I'm going to have to be my own cheerleader. So I had to learn to get the internal feedback and the internal kind of feeling of what I was accomplishing and make that the leader. And then the compliments or the comments or the encouragement was just kind of like dessert. I didn't have to have it. So let's flip the lens. You might be making more progress than you think. Here are 5 signs that strength is building under the surface. Number 1, your everyday tasks just feel easier. Carrying groceries, climbing stairs, getting up from the floor. They don't feel like effort anymore. You don't even think about it. Whereas, boy, I know after I was getting over my knee surgery and I got weaker for a little while, I had to like, okay, now I'm going to get over on all 4s and I'm going to push myself up. Like I had to really think about standing up. That was a real awakening for me because I always kind of took it for granted. So I could tell when I was getting stronger because all of a sudden I could just pop up and not think about it. The second way you know that you're making progress, even though it's not super obvious, is that you start to notice you have more good nights of sleep in a row. And when you do sleep, you notice that you wake up feeling like, maybe I woke up once, but I slept so well. And you wake up feeling refreshed. And of course, that translates into just having more energy during the day. So there's that feedback too. It's like, why do I have so much energy today? Oh, I really slept good last night. Strength training balances hormones, boosts deep sleep, and morning energy counts as a win. Number 3, you're less deeply sore than you used to be. That's not nothing happened. It's just your body adapting and getting stronger. I know in the beginning, it was just like so sore, so heavy. And then over time, my body adapted, and then the gains were small and steady. And so I was able to keep up and not just feel so god awful sore so that it was hard to walk the next day. It was more just like oh, yeah, I worked my shoulders yesterday. I'm feeling it. Sign number 4, you're feeling more confident and capable in just everyday stuff. An inner knowing of a shift. Inner strength shows up as posture or mood or mindset, sort of a can-do spirit, looking into a really complicated task ahead where instead of just like, oh, I don't know if I don't even want to start. Instead, you're going to be more optimistic and like, okay, this is a big one. What's the first step? Let's go. So you just have a little more drive. That one was one of the first ones I noticed in myself, and it had nothing to do with how I looked or what I weighed. It came along with that feeling of trying something hard in the gym, lifting something that I thought might be too much and doing it, and like, that translates outside the gym door. Sign number 5, you've got more muscle definition in unexpected places. I'll never forget the first time I was standing, looking in the mirror at the gym, doing an exercise, and I was watching my form, but I was standing under lights in just the right way so that I could see the little muscle cut between my shoulders and my bicep. And I was like, oh, I see a muscle. And it was just so exciting because it always been kind of fluffy and smooth right there. So your shoulders, maybe the little quad muscle above your knee starts to show, or perhaps your glutes get more firm. Instead of being pancake or wide, there's a more of a round shape that looks great. Not just your abs, but beyond that, in some of the larger muscles on your body. Sometimes progress shows up where you least expect it. So warriors, if you're serious about making progress, start by picking just one of the fixes I shared today and focus on it this week. Start small and keep going. And if you want more support, building strength over 50, be sure to subscribe. Join me. I do 2 videos a week, stuff that will energize you and inspire you on all things healthy longevity. And drop me a comment if you want. If you haven't already noticed, I read them and answer them. I think it's a conversation, and I think this is our community. So it requires a back and forth, and I love hearing from you. What's your biggest strength training challenge right now? Let's figure it out together, because aging is inevitable, but decay is optional.